There are moments in life when you feel like everything is against you. The weight of expectations, the sting of disappointments, and the silence of uncertainty can make you question your own strength. You begin to wonder if all the effort is even worth it, if perhaps the easiest thing would be to simply give up and walk away. But I want you to pause and think, why did you start in the first place? What dream pulled you forward? What vision made you believe it was possible? You see, the difference between those who achieve greatness and those who let life defeat them is not talent, it's not luck, it's the decision to keep going no matter what. When you keep going, you give yourself a chance to rise above the doubts, to prove to yourself that you are stronger than you ever imagined. Tonight, I want you to open your heart and mind, because what I'm about to share with you is not just another motivational speech. It is a reminder that your journey has meaning, that your struggles have purpose, and that your perseverance will write the story of your life. If you stay with me until the very end, I promise you will walk away with something powerful, something unshakable, an inner belief that nothing can break you. This is not just about surviving challenges, it's about thriving through them. This is about courage, about discipline, about resilience, and about building a mindset so unshakable that nothing, no failure, no fear, no obstacle, can stop you. So I invite you to listen closely, because if you truly embrace the words I share with you today, you won't just leave inspired, you will leave unstoppable. Every one of us faces struggles that feel overwhelming, struggles that sometimes make us want to retreat into silence, hoping the storm will pass on its own. But here's the truth, struggles are not here to break you, they are here to build you. They are not meant to stop your progress, they are meant to shape your strength. Think about it. When has anything worthwhile in your life come without resistance? The dreams you hold, the goals you set, the vision you carry, they all require a price, and that price often comes wrapped in challenges you didn't expect. It is easy to celebrate the victories, to stand tall when the applause is loud, but it is in the quiet battles, when nobody is watching, that true character is formed. When life places obstacles in your path, you have two choices. You can see them as walls that confine you, or as stepping stones that elevate you. The struggle you are in today may feel like it's pulling you down, but in reality, it is preparing you for a future you cannot yet see. It is building patience, endurance, and resilience, qualities that cannot be bought or taught in a classroom. They are only developed through experience, through being tested and choosing not to give up. I know how heavy certain moments can feel when the path ahead looks uncertain, and your energy is drained from trying again and again. But you must remember that diamonds are not created in comfort. They are created under immense pressure, and just like that, your struggles are applying pressure, not to destroy you, but to refine you. Every hardship carries within it a lesson, every setback holds a seed of growth, and every failure is simply redirection toward a stronger version of yourself. So often we spend our energy resisting pain, wishing it away, when in reality pain is the very thing shaping us into who we're meant to be. If you look back at your life, the moments that made you proud, the seasons that grew you the most, were never the easy ones. They were the moments when you were stretched, when you were challenged, when you felt like you couldn't possibly go further, and yet you did. Those moments become the foundation on which you build your confidence. Because once you've survived difficulty, you realize nothing has the power to break you unless you allow it to. It's important to shift how you view the struggles in your path. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" start asking, "What is this teaching me?" That change in perspective is powerful because it transforms struggle into an opportunity. Suddenly, the hardship becomes a classroom, and the discomfort becomes a teacher. And when you take the lessons from those seasons, you step into the future equipped with wisdom that makes you unshakable. Struggles are not a punishment, they are preparation. They are preparing you for doors that will open later, for opportunities that require you to be stronger, wiser, and more disciplined than you are right now. When life is hard, instead of thinking you're off course, consider that you might be right on track, because the very resistance you feel could be the proof that you're pushing into a new level of growth. No great story has ever been written without conflict, and no great success has ever been achieved without trial. The truth is, people who accomplish great things are not those who never struggle. They are those who refuse to let struggle define them. They see it as fuel. They allow it to sharpen their vision, deepen their determination, and strengthen their will to keep moving forward. Struggles are the hidden blessings of life, the parts that seem unbearable in the moment, but later reveal themselves as the reason you became who you are meant to be. So, when you face your next challenge, you will remember that it is not there to destroy you. It is there to prepare you. Don't run from it. Don't resent it. Embrace it. Because it's through struggle that your true power is revealed. And it's through struggle that you prove to yourself that nothing can stop you as long as you decide to keep going. And that is why no matter what you face, you must keep going. Motivation is powerful, but it is fleeting. It's like a spark that ignites a fire, but unless you keep feeding that fire, it will eventually burn out. And this is where resilience and discipline step in. These two qualities are what carry you when the excitement is gone, when the crowd is no longer cheering, and when the journey feels heavier than you expected. Motivation might get you started, but discipline and resilience are what will keep you moving forward day after day, even when it feels like you have no strength left. The truth is, anyone can be motivated in the beginning. Starting something new always feels exciting. The energy is high, the possibilities are endless, and your vision is clear. But as time passes, as obstacles show up, as fatigue creeps in, motivation begins to fade. That's when most people quit. They stop showing up. They stop trying because they were relying on a temporary feeling to carry them through. But success does not belong to the people who quit when motivation disappears. Success belongs to those who keep going through discipline. Discipline is doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. It's waking up when the alarm goes off, even though your body wants to rest. It's staying committed to your goals when distractions pull at you from every direction. It's showing up consistently without excuses and trusting that every small step is moving you closer to where you want to be. And it's not glamorous. There are no cameras capturing your effort, no applause echoing in the background, no instant rewards waiting at the end of the day. It's just you, your commitment, and the quiet grind of progress. But this is where greatness is built, in the unseen moments of discipline. Resilience is what strengthens your spirit when life knocks you down, because no matter how disciplined you are, life will still test you. There will be days when nothing seems to go right, when rejection stings, when plans collapse, when progress feels invisible. Resilience is the decision to rise again, to refuse to be defined by setbacks, and to use challenges as fuel instead of excuses. It's the ability to bend without breaking, to adapt without surrendering, and to keep believing in yourself even when circumstances seem impossible. When discipline and resilience work together, they create something unshakable. Discipline keeps you consistent in action, and resilience keeps you strong in spirit. And together, they make sure that no matter how hard the journey gets, you don't give up. You keep showing up. You keep trying, you keep moving forward. That combination is unstoppable. Think of the people you admire most, the ones who have accomplished something extraordinary. They didn't get there by being motivated once in a while. They got there by practicing discipline every single day and by developing resilience every single time life tried to stop them. They built a rhythm of persistence, one step at a time, refusing to quit even when quitting would have been the easier choice. This is why I believe so strongly that discipline is freedom. It frees you from regret because you know you gave your all. It frees you from fear because you learn to trust your own consistency. And it frees you from doubt because every disciplined choice you make becomes proof that you can rely on yourself. Resilience, on the other hand, frees you from being trapped by failure. It gives you the courage to try again, to see rejection not as an end, but as a redirection. It reminds you that setbacks are temporary, but your strength can be permanent. But here's the challenge. Discipline and resilience are not built overnight. They are built through practice. Every time you keep your word to yourself, you strengthen your discipline. Every time you get up after being knocked down, you strengthen your resilience. And the more you strengthen them, the more unstoppable you become. The reality is, life will not hand you success simply because you want it. Desire is not enough. Motivation is not enough. Success comes to those who commit, who endure, who refuse to quit. It comes to those who are willing to push through when it's uncomfortable, when it's inconvenient, and when it's difficult. It comes to those who make discipline their daily practice and resilience their constant mindset. So when you feel tired, when motivation has left you, when the road ahead feels too long, remind yourself of this. Discipline will carry you further than motivation ever could, and resilience will protect you from every storm along the way. Together, they will give you the strength to rise, to endure, and to keep moving forward. And that is why no matter what you face, you must keep going. Failure is one of the hardest things to face, and yet it is one of the most valuable experiences you can ever go through. Most people fear it, avoid it, and allow it to dictate how far they go in life. But failure is not the end of the road. It is not a sign that you should quit. It is feedback, it is direction, it is an opportunity in disguise. The truth is, every person who has ever accomplished something great has a story filled with setbacks, disappointments, and mistakes. What makes them different is not that they avoided failure, but that they chose to use it as fuel instead of allowing it to defeat them. When something doesn't go as planned, when the door you wanted to walk through slams shut, you can either collapse under the weight of disappointment, or you can stop and ask yourself, what is this teaching me? How can this moment strengthen me for what's next? That shift in perspective changes everything. Instead of seeing a setback as proof that you are not capable, you begin to see it as preparation for something greater. You begin to understand that failure is not final, it is simply feedback. Every obstacle carries within it the chance to rise higher. Every time life says no, it forces you to search for a different path, to become more resourceful, to stretch your abilities beyond what you thought possible. The most remarkable stories of success are born out of failure. Some of the greatest leaders, inventors, and visionaries were rejected countless times before the world ever recognized their worth. If they had stopped at their first failure, their second, or even their 10th, the world would never have seen the brilliance they had to offer. What made them different was the ability to turn setbacks into stepping stones. It's easy to feel defeated when you fall short of a goal. It's easy to label yourself as not good enough when you face rejection. But what you must realize is that setbacks are not meant to break your spirit. They are meant to test your determination. They ask you, how badly do you want this? Are you willing to keep going when the results are not immediate? Are you willing to keep believing when the evidence is against you? When you decide to rise after a fall, you send a powerful message to yourself and to the world that you are unstoppable. Think of failure as a mirror that reflects where you need to grow. It doesn't define you, it refines you. It sharpens your character, deepens your strength, and teaches you lessons you would never learn in success alone. Sometimes failure is the only thing that pushes you to change, to adapt, to innovate. And when you embrace it instead of fearing it, you discover that it is not your enemy. It is your greatest ally. The people who quit at the first sign of failure never realize how close they were to breakthrough. But those who keep going, who take the lessons, who turn the pain into purpose, they are the ones who rise above. They understand that failure is not falling down, it's refusing to get back up. And as long as you get up, as long as you keep going, you are not failing, you are growing. The truth is, setbacks will come. They are a part of the journey, but instead of running from them, use them. Let them ignite a fire inside you. Let them push you to work harder, to dig deeper, to prove to yourself that nothing can hold you back. When you reframe failure as fuel, you no longer fear it. You welcome it, knowing that every step back is setting you up for a stronger leap forward. So the next time life knocks you down, don't see it as the end. See it as the beginning of a new chapter, one where you rise wiser, stronger, and more determined than before. Because setbacks are not signs of weakness. They are reminders of your strength. And when you use them as fuel, there is nothing that can stop you. And that is why no matter what you face, you must keep going. There comes a point in every journey where the only thing standing between you and your breakthrough is your mindset. You can have talent, resources, and even opportunity, but without the right mindset, none of it will last. The way you think determines the way you act, and the way you act determines the life you build. That is why having an unstoppable mindset is so important. It's the inner strength that refuses to quit when everything around you tells you to. It's the belief in yourself that remains steady even when no one else believes in you. An unstoppable mindset is not about arrogance. It's about resilience. It's about waking up every morning and deciding that no matter how difficult things become, no matter how heavy the challenges feel, you will not back down. You will not surrender your vision. You will not let fear, doubt, or failure convince you to give up. It is choosing to believe in possibilities even when circumstances seem impossible. The truth is, the world will not always cheer for you. In fact, sometimes it will doubt you, criticize you, and tell you that what you're trying to do is unrealistic. And if you don't have a strong mindset, those voices will break you. But when you develop an unshakable belief in yourself, when you decide that quitting is not an option, the outside noise no longer has power over you. You stop looking for validation and you start relying on your own conviction. This kind of mindset doesn't happen by accident, it's built. It's built every time you push through fear. It's built every time you silence doubt. It's built every time you face a challenge and remind yourself that you are stronger than the circumstances around you. Little by little, those decisions become a part of who you are until nothing can shake the foundation you've created within yourself. With an unstoppable mindset, setbacks don't end your journey, they strengthen it. Rejection doesn't close the door, it makes you search for another one. Failure doesn't define you, it refines you. You stop seeing obstacles as barriers and start seeing them as opportunities to grow, to stretch, to expand into someone greater. You begin to realize that the only limits that truly exist are the ones you allow to live in your own mind. So many people let fear and doubt dictate their lives. They convince themselves that they aren't ready, that they aren't capable, that success is for someone else. But the difference between those who stay stuck and those who rise as mindset If you can master your thoughts, you can master your actions. And if you master your actions, you can master your destiny. That is the power of refusing to quit, of staying committed even when everything in you wants to stop. This doesn't mean you won't feel fear. You will. It doesn't mean you won't have doubts. You will. But having an unstoppable mindset means you don't let those feelings control you. You acknowledge them, but you move forward anyway. You keep going even with uncertainty. You keep going even with discomfort. You keep going because you know that every step forward, no matter how small, brings you closer to the life you were meant to live. And when you live with that kind of mindset, people notice. They see the strength in you, the consistency, the determination. And eventually, the same people who doubted you will be the ones who admire you. But by then, it won't even matter because you didn't do it for their approval. You did it because you made a promise to yourself that you would not quit. And you honored that promise until it became who you are. Your mindset is your greatest weapon. It will either hold you back or propel you forward. And when you decide to cultivate one that cannot be shaken, you become unstoppable. No challenge can break you, no failure can define you, and no amount of doubt can stop you. Because once you train your mind to never quit, your future becomes limitless. And that is why no matter what you face, you must keep going.